All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sweet State number 47. And the music for this month I have chosen, quite aptly, is a track from Nightmare Reaper, a game which I am still playing through at the moment and still having a lot of fun with. Chosen this track, Nocturnal Terror by Horshot. It's a pretty good soundtrack to the game, which I am enjoying quite a lot at the moment. Hey, Dino Maximo, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. So, for those who don't know, maybe coming across this for the first time on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, what is the Sweet State and why is there 47 of them? Well, the Sweet State is basically a monthly sort of stream / VOD thing that I do where I talk about the state of the channel. It was indeed good music. It was hard to pick a particular one, but I wanted to pick a track that wasn't too long. You know, there was another one I wanted to pick, but it was like a 4-minute thing, and I don't want the intro music to be like, if possible, I only want it to be like 2 or 3 minutes. You know, if it goes on for too long, then when people show up, it's like they're waiting ages. But yeah, so basically the Sweet State is a monthly thing where I talk about the state of the channel, how things have been, anything particular happened in the last month, anything that's going to happen, how I'm feeling, yada yada yada. And obviously I started this nearly 4 years ago in July, so next month will be the 4-year anniversary of the Sweet State. Wow. I can't believe it's been 4 years already. Nearly four years already, I should state. Hello, World Tracer. How are you doing? Since I started doing these, inspired by a whim by watching the Accursed Farms VODs and inspired by the format. And here we are, 47 Sweet States later. A name inspired by a member of the chat, Bofers, I think. Anyway, so without further ado, I transition from the Kraja's awesome intro screen to a slightly less awesome full screen webcam of me and a bright, sunny, nearly 6 o'clock day. Oh, actually, it's a bit cloudy outside, but it's nearly summer now. I guess technically it is summer since it's June. We're in the summer months once again. Really bright days, lots of sunlight. Soon time for summer holidays, shit like that. So, yeah, good stuff. So, I think like last month, there's not a massive amount of stuff in theory that I want to talk about particularly in this Sweet State. There is one or two things, of course, but it's not like I'm flooded with talking points again, which is fine. The month's been ticking over quite nicely. Sometimes some of the Sweet States are going to be very simple. There's not going to be a lot to mention particularly, and that'll be it, which is fine. Not every month can be exciting or full of things. I'm sure that will, and then there'll be other months where it'll be so full of stuff. So, as I always start with these Sweet States, I go over my personal situation. And only really 2 points that have come to mind off the bat. The first one is, I mentioned last month how I was now playing poker on a Thursday night instead of Wednesday, which meant that the rough streaming schedule, or when I was available to stream, had changed a little bit to be a bit more streamlined, where it was like, instead of it being Wednesday poker, Thursday streaming chance, Friday co-op gaming session, now it's 2 straight nights in a row where I can't really stream unless I'm not at work. I'm actually on a half-term break at the moment, but there are other things happening around this time, so I can't necessarily be streaming in the daytime. There is a Jubilee coming up, I suppose. Some celebrations are planned on my stream Friday. Need to do some prep work on that for Thursday. But generally, with the working week, it's a lot better now to know there's 2 straight streaming days where I have a break, and then I can stream the other 5 if I feel like it, of course. I find that to be a lot more nice in a way. Unfortunately, playing the actual games on the Thursday night, I haven't had, so far anyway, the any level of success that I used to enjoy at the old place. And although I've made the final table twice, one time I went out 9th before getting any more points, and the second time I went out like 6th, I think, or 7th. So I got a few extra points, but not many. And otherwise, I've been out before the final table, and it's been a slog. The difference is the quality of play is a little higher, but also it's become more of a slog. Because it's a different format, there's more chips in play at the start. The blinds go up a bit quicker, but there's more chips at the beginning. It's not quite short stack poker like I used to do at the other place, which is welcome to some degree, but it's like in the old place, the game would start at 8 o'clock and it would be finished by just after 11 o'clock. And here, on 2 different occasions, I've been playing till at least 11:30 on a final table and the game hasn't finished yet. Or, as it happened last week, I bloody played until just after 11 o'clock and I didn't get to the final table, but I've been playing till 11 o'clock. And it's like, I want to be fucking out way before then because I want to maybe go home, on a working night as well. Someone has to get up at like 5:45 in the morning. It's a little awkward if I'm playing until like 11:30, midnight. I ideally want to be seeing some fucking money, or at least a good final table finish. Not just, I play till 11:30 just to go out 10th or something and waste 3.5 hours, and then I can go home and be immediately like annoyed and need to be falling asleep straight away. So that is something it's a bit more annoying to deal with. It won't be a problem tomorrow night, obviously, because I don't work the next day, but most of the time I will, so I have to sort of improve my game a bit. And well, I haven't really been on top of that. I've been busy with other things, but hopefully things will improve. I also don't like how expensive it is there, but that's been remedied by me just taking a cheap drinks option. So, all good. Hopefully I'll start playing better poker, because there are some generally better players that attend it, so my quality of poker play will have to improve accordingly. Hey, thank you for the 25 bits, Lord Misfit, and sorry, let me get that right. Thank you for the 25 bits, Ward. Thank you for the 25 bits, Misfit. And how are you doing over there in the States? You just tagged in at the start, the sweet state. Yeah. I don't want to be associated with just giving my 25 cents. Working on a dynamic music option. Oh, it's just for your new ongoing work in progress mod. Nice. Dynamic music option. That sounds pretty cool, actually. So yeah, I like it in terms of how it breaks the week up nicely into 5 days straight where I could stream and then 2 days off. But I don't like the fact that the games got harder, basically, and I have to put more effort in a little bit. Or the looks just not falling my way. I don't know, mate. I'll see how the full season goes at this new place, but so far it's not looking too good. But there's still plenty of weeks left for me to get a few decent results, and hopefully I'll get a cash or win one, and that will put me right back on for the next regional final. That's a point, actually. I forgot to mention about the bloody regional final on my notes, which is on the 19th. I think 19th of June. Yeah. Didn't even mention that. Well, I might as well mention it now, since it is a thing that's happening. I am going to be... I'm pretty sure I got this right. Let me just double check in my file. Just give me a second. Here, I've got a note. Yep. Nailed it. So on the 19th of this month, I will be attending another regional final. Although this time it will be in a different venue. It will be in Liverpool instead of Manchester. So that'll be nice. Nice change. Considering my old place stopped doing the poker thing, this will be the last time I represent that particular pub at the regional final. And it'd be nice to cap it off with maybe a trip to Vegas, get to a final table, put in a good performance. And maybe I'll do better at the Liverpool casino compared to the Manchester one. Maybe it'll be me placed in a nicer part of the city. I don't actually know where it is. I need to look it up. But I got plenty of time to do that. I should probably do that at some point in this half term. But that's something I can look forward to, which means I should probably do a couple of poker practice streams in the build-up to the regional, particularly on the day before. So, yeah. That's happening. 19th of June, I'll be at the regional final again. There'll be updates on my Twitter and on Discord, so I'll let you all know. Hopefully I won't be out in a fucking hour this time, like last time. Vegas is great. Yeah, I'd like to go there. The price for winning the regional is to go there with a very, you get a lot of stuff paid for. Anything after that is a small cash thing and a national final ticket, which gives you another chance to go to Vegas. But I just want to play well and go deep, because last time I didn't last very long. It was very disappointing. I was out in the first hour, and it was miserable, and no one else came. Hopefully this time will be the opposite, and everyone will show up, and I'm going to have a nice, good day. I mean, it sucks it's a Sunday and not a Saturday again, but whatever. We can make a day of it. Maybe I can go deep, and maybe things will be interesting this time. We'll see. So yeah, that'll be a thing that I'll be doing 19th of June. 3 weeks on Sunday. And other than that, really just going okay on personal stuff. I'm still just plodding along. I'll be hearing about my TA2 course this month. At some point, I'll be getting that sorted because I haven't heard anything back from them yet, so I need to ask them what's going on. I'm sure that'll be sorted by summer, I'd imagine. So I'm not really doing that kind of hard work until after summer. And I had to start really planning out my summer holidays as well, now that it's coming up. I mean, after this week, I'm on my last term of this academic year. There'll be a lot of things to take care of, but after that, it's the 6 or 7 weeks summer break, where I can really just relax and have a lot of free time, and I'll need to do something with that free time. I thought this was online poker. This is in-person poker then. Yeah, it is. It's part of a league called the Red Tooth Poker League, which is like, it runs in various local pubs all over the place, all over the country. Hey, Eljan, it's going okay. Thanks for asking. Hope it's going well for you too. So what happens is these pubs have a poker game for 13 weeks, and the top 4 go to the regional. In the case of the 4th spot, it's determined by a playoff, which is different at this new place, actually. They do have playoffs. It's not just the straight top 4. It is top 3 go through, 4th through to, I think, 10th, get a playoff berth. So if I don't do well, but I get in the top 10, I can have a stab at the playoff game. At least that's something. But yeah, it's in person. I do play a bit online with PokerStars, but I haven't really been doing that lately, to be honest. I've just been busy with other things, and it's just hard to keep on top of it. Just been playing shitload of DVD, to be honest. But, I still half give a hoot for poker stuff, obviously. I keep an eye on things. Hey, Napson, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, the regional final is a in-person tournament. I prefer to play live poker games instead of online, but I haven't got a lot of experience in either, proper games, really. I am slowly going to be starting to work on that. I am going to attend the odd casino game and try my hand at it, because I do have a decent set of skills for the game, but still a lot to work on, of course, particularly regards to bluffing and whatnot. Playing aggressive a bit more regularly when needed, but I do all right when at times. I have my moments. I did secure a £150 win the other month, my biggest ever win in a poker game ever, winning an outright game. Could have had more if I hadn't made a deal at the last three, but £150 is no small margin, and although that money has gone now, it was a very nice expense to have. I think it was 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago that happened. So that was the biggest win I've ever had. Do I have to get bigger? But I have to go to the casino for that. Or start playing the Friday night game, so that would interfere with the gaming sessions that I have for Fridays, which is D&D stuff, which is fun. But yeah, I need to start planning the summer holidays out a bit. That's just a general thing, really. I just need to do stuff over summer. I'm not sure if there's anything particular that I'm going to do streaming-wise over the summer months. I am thinking of going to see my sister at some point during the summer. Although I think she might be coming up here again, so that might not be necessary, but I might just do it anyway because a trip to the south does sound quite nice. But I need to start planning out some stuff for the summer, because the thing with the last summer is that I really did enjoy the 6 weeks, but I didn't really do a whole lot. And I kind of need to take really better use of the 6 weeks and not just laze around all the time, you know. But the thing is that I do need to be not spending a ridiculous amount of money, but I do need to do shit, so yeah, I'll need to start planning for that, some actual stuff, and maybe some streaming things will happen too, depending on how the summer pans out. But that's a general thing. And so this kind of segues onto, and that's really it for my personal situation. Everything else, losing weight, still going along as best as I can. Job still going along. TA2 course not starting yet until September. That's it. So in regards to my other game list, you know, that thing that dangles down below and hasn't changed yet, unfortunately, there is still no change in the game list at this moment in time. I still can't play Saints Row 2 because I need to either get an Xbox or I need to see this PC patch miraculously show up. I can't play Dragon Quest Heroes 2 because the co-op partners aren't ready yet. I can't play Wrath or Maximum Action because neither of those games are out of early access yet. And I can't play Sin because someone wants me to wait for the Night Dive remaster. So it's as we were, really, still waiting for something to budge, or someone to budge, or something to happen. Now, at the moment, that's fine. I'm playing Nightmare Reaper and having a hell of a good time with it. You know, Nightmare Reaper, really awesome game. Really loving it. Might be one of my favorite games of the year. I'm really enjoying it, and I still haven't finished it yet. It's a long game in some aspects, but it's a fucking fun one. I really am enjoying the game. It is incredibly good. I would highly recommend anyone to play it if you're a fan of FPS, roguelikes, or just FPS, or just good games. Definitely worth playing. It's only slightly janky, but it's so good. The movement is brilliant. It's so fantastically well made, and I love it. Now, that being said, one of the things that I am thinking of taking care of over the summer is getting this other game list cracking. And so what I might end up doing is maybe considering acquiring a second-hand cheap-ass Xbox 360 and maybe playing the first 2 Saints Row games that way, so I can then transition to the PC for the rest of them. That is an option I am considering if I feel like spending a bit of money on the problem. I'm not saying that that's not what I'm going to do, but I can't change any of the others. I can't change Maximum Action or Wrath and get him out to early access. I can't force Lord Misfit to hurry up and get his custom character ready for Dragon Quest Heroes. and I can't rush Night Dive Studios. So the only thing I can actually influence is the Saints Row playthrough, and that being the longest remaining sort of project. I may have to just buy an Xbox 360, acquire Saints Row 1 and 2, and just use it for that purpose. And then maybe keep the Xbox for, I don't know, other stuff in the future perhaps. Not that I can think of anything in particular if it's an Xbox exclusive and I can't get on the PC, but I might as well hold on to it. Might serve a purpose way down the line, maybe. I don't know. But that's something. But either way, that's one of the things I'm going to deliberate of doing over the summer is actually just taking care of the other game list somehow, or doing something like that, to really crack on with it, because I'm tired of having this list. There's a different Singing Master coming out. I thought that released last year. Released last year. I'm not aware of there being a release of it last year. I think Night Dive Studios are doing a remake or something. And that's the version that Lord Misfit wants me to wait on. Because I actually have Sing Gold in my possession. I have a copy of it. I could play it tomorrow. But Lord Misfit insists I wait for the remake. Even though I have Sing Gold available to play. So I am honouring that and waiting for this. To be fair, though, a Night Dive Studios remake is worth waiting for, considering they've hit the ball out the park with every other one that they've done so far. So if they are doing a remake, great, it'd be worth waiting for. It'd be nice and convenient for modern PCs, blah, 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 and line out some of the shitty bits, if there are any in Sin. I don't really know. I've never played Sin. Past the demo back in the day on an old PC Gamer disc where I couldn't actually play the game because the game, which was like chug, 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 chug. I still remember the trailer for Sin, the opening bit of Sin, where it's like a high-rise. There's a bird. The bird gets shot by a goon. And it was so bad frame rate on my old computer that I couldn't even play the game at all. So that's my entire experience with Sin. Barely being able to... Yeah, if you look at Sin Gold in your Steam... Oh, I don't have a Steam. The version I have is not a Steam version. But wait, you're saying if you look at Sin Gold in your Steam, it shows us Night Dive? What? Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's go. Let me check my thing. Sin Gold in the Steam library. Sin Gold. Holy shit! Wait a minute. There's a free update for it. Oh, wait a minute, though. Wait. So, hang on. Night Dive have already done it? Or... Yeah, Night Dive have already done... Oh, no, that's right. It's a remake. They just updated the existing one. But they said there's going to release another one. Additional ones had to go edition. Night Dive announced plans for a remastered version of Sin 2 on the Geek engine, scheduled release for 2021. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was about to say, did I seriously miss the chance to play Sin Gold for like a year? No, they're releasing a version for the Geek engine, so I guess I wait for that. Still, nice to know that it's on Steam if ever I need to use that, but I do have a version that's not on Steam, so... Should be fine. But yeah, I'm waiting for that remaster to come out, and then I'll play it immediately. So I enjoyed the Geek remaster. Yeah, same here. But the Power Slave thing was great. I loved that. That was really cool. I mean, the hitbox in that game were fucking stupid, but I liked the game. It was charming in a sense. So it's worth waiting for this remaster on the Geek engine. Nice and convenient. So, yeah. That's what I'm waiting on. And over the summer, I'm going to try and get something done, because the summer's going to be maybe my last chance to really have a lot of good free time for a while. I mean, after September, when I'm doing this TA2 course, if it's very engaging, I might be a lot busier after summer. I may not get as much time to really do a lot of streaming like I used to. So the summer might be my last big sort of chance to do get some stuff going, So it'd be a nice opportunity to get some of that list whittled down further. I mean, it might be that it's not. It might be I get the time, I make the time, or whatever, and it's no big deal. But it will influence my free time in a sense, having to do a course that I'll need to complete. So I will be quite a lot busier after summer. So I want to make the most of it, and that's why I want to try and get something sorted out for the other game list to be tackled. That being said, there is something happening this month which might help in that regard. I'll talk about that in a moment. So after the Nightmare Reaper playthrough is done, I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. I'm going to actually get around to playing Lost Civilization on Doom. That is something I will be doing. That'll be the next thing I do after I finish Nightmare Reaper, will be playing Lost Civ 1 and 2, because that's the next on my Doom mod list, and I've been waiting on that for a bit. But I'm not sure what other game I'll play after Nightmare Reaper if nothing else happens. So I'm not sure. I do have some options, but I'm not sure which one of those I'll pick. There's Forgive Me Father, which came out. I don't have that yet. I was gifted another game, Wrecker, by Lord Misfit recently. That's an option. Kingdom of the Dead was still a possibility. I'm sure there was something else as well. I feel like I'm forgetting something else that sort of came out recently-ish, that I did have, and I can't remember it. But those will be like my options, if nothing else is coming off the other game list. But yeah, that's where we're at. Basically, for the moment, it's going to be Nightmare Reaper until it's finished, then Lost Civilization 1, 2, and then after that, I'll see what happens. But what might help this month in some things is that this is June, and aside from it being Pride Month, so happy Pride Month, by the way, to all the people who take part in that kind of thing, it's also the E3 month, or at least the it would be E3, except for the fact that E3 doesn't really exist anymore because no one fucking attends and other reasons. That being said, there are some conferences happening, and one of them is actually happening tomorrow as part of what is called the Summer Game Fest now. So there is still a fair amount of thing that is going to be happening, and obviously this is where things get announced. This is where things get mentioned, where projects get announced, where games get announced, and it is my sincere hope that during this particular month that something finally comes out of early access and is fully fucking finished for once. And that's what I'm really hoping to see announced this month. It's in a month where it's fashionable to do such a thing. I'm really hoping that some early access games become full release. So, like Proteus finally comes out. Wrath finally comes out. Maximum Action finally comes out. Maybe Gloomwood, possibly. I don't know. Project Warlock 2, I think, might be coming out this month. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's definitely coming out this year. That's something else I'll be playing as soon as I get it, because I've wiped the demo. Hey, thanks for the 20 bits, Pineapple. How you doing? I'm just talking about the E3 this month, and how hopefully this will give me some answers for... So, fingers crossed, maybe Wrath or Maximum Action will hit version 1.0, and I can play one of those quite soon. That would be nice, but we got a nice little... Yeah, it's technically not called E3, but it's E3 stuff. It's like similar companies and stuff like that. So, for example, here, if I sort of bring up this list, I just sort of shrink my webcam away to the corner for a moment. You can see this is like a list of the stuff that's happening. They released a trailer for the upcoming Pokemon today. Oh, okay. Well, I don't really care for Pokemon, so... I know some of my friends... Oh, God, what's this? Lord Misfit has sent me a gift. What's this? Oh, aye, sweet. So, by the way, ZAR might be of some interest to Kinney Crush Dragooners. He's often talked about it. Have fun, though. Mad Space and Zara. Oh, my goodness. You sent 2 games. 2. Oh, no. I know I put these on the list for a reason, but... Oh, I guess they must be there for a reason. Well, thanks. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I know they're like real budget games. What the heck are they anyway? I need to... Ugh. I know they're both on my thingy list, but for the love of... I can't actually remember what the hell they are. And let me just add those to my future projects list. I'm sure I... Sorry, I'm just kind of checking out what the... Bloody hell, the last update for fucking Maximum Action on Steam was February the 2nd. Christ, that's so far away. Let's see. What do I have here? Oh, here we are. So I can put the movie back on now, I guess. Oh, Night Dive Studios also did a remake of this one. Oh, that's good. Now, I actually forgot what this was. I know I was suggested this a while ago. 100%. So I know there's a reason why I originally put this on my list. I just can't bloody remember why and what it is. I know it's an it's an FPS. Well, obviously, I should have known that. By the way, John Suitepee Chaser is... Ah, jeez. One moment. Bloody hell. Fight for space in this... What did that say? Space combat and first-person shooter. Oh, this actually does look quite nice. Ooh, slightly Ancient Aliens-esque there. Very cool looking. Oh, this actually looks alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's a reason why I did that. What's this? Oh, they're both Night Dive Studios. Dang. I think this is a sequel, isn't it? Earth desperately requires the raw mineral called Iberium. Ooh. Oh my. The AI has begun to amass robots with weapons intent on conquering planets. Wow. You know, this actually looks really kind of cool, actually. It looks pretty good. By the way, John, Chaser is not available in your region. As the other game I tend to see if it didn't work, it was also on your wish list. Okay. Well, that's cool. I look forward to playing those at some point. Well, what's this? You received the gift, Nices. Nices is a top-down sandbox action-adventure game in a procedurally generated world. Progress your character's gear and settlement through fighting, mining, exploring, crafting, trading, and more. Haha, I can do the thing too. Okay, it's an off-stream game. Could I advise not to... That's really kind of you, but right now I'm hopelessly obsessed with Dead by Daylight, so good luck getting me to play anything else, but thank you. I will look into that at some point. I know you sent me the thingy series, the cheap little tower defense thingy series, which I tried to play for a bit and I just immediately never touched again. But thank you for that. That's real nice. Creeper World, yeah, that was kind of fun, but I just played it and never went back to it. I'll add that to my list of things. And what's this? One more that's happening. Yo, best wishes, Star Explorers. I should really play the third to start. Wow, Star Explorers. Okay, cool. Oh, what the heck's that? Let's have a look at that. I don't even know what this is, actually. Let's see. Star Explorers. Oh, this thing is kind of newish. Let's have a look. Was that on my wish list? I should really not have a wish list that big when I already have too much to play. Although some of them are games I am actually wanting to play at some point. Oh yeah, this game. This game which is like No Man's Sky but, you know, retro graphics. And actually looks quite cool as well, honestly. You know when you have like so many games you look forward to and you just stick stuff on a wish list because it looks kind of neat? And then you forget about them for like however long and then suddenly someone gifts it you, it's like, oh, this is so cool, I might play this in 2029 when I could be free to play all this stuff. I probably need to get my wish list and purge it or something. This actually does look quite nice though. I can see why I would want to play this. It's like exploration, FPS exploration, dead cool stuff. Nice. Okay. Think of Creeper World 1 as more CW3 but less polished and CW3 is really different. Yeah, I just don't have the time to really play all these games. I mean, right now, all I do when I'm not playing a game is just play Dead by Daylight. That's literally it. Dead by Daylight's going to have to piss me off first before I can do anything else. So... But yeah, thank you for that pineapple, and thank you for the gifted games, Ward Misfits. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to have to add those to my other list. I'm going to head off that for a second. And to think all this was just on a topic of talking about E3. Yeah, just give me a sec to add this to my list. Let's see. You gave me Czar/Madspace. And also Star Explorers, that was it. Star Explorers. Just putting a list of things here. Okay. Right. So, anyway, thank you for all that. I will, I'll get around to some of those at some point. I'll try to anyway. None of my gifts were given with the intent for you to stream them. It's ultimately up to you. Well, I'll bear it in mind. I've got a lot to do, and I very rarely play games off stream these days. That's something to bear in mind. I probably seriously need to destroy my wish list because I've got too many games to play, and I'll have to look at that at some point. Yeah, I think that's why I picked it up. I think I saw him play it, it looked cool, and I thought, oh, give it a shot at some point in the future. But I need to stop doing that because I have too many games to play already. And I'm just getting myself extra things. Yes. But I want to... But if you're going to do that, I know you want me to play them, and it could end up being I never play any of those. Although hopefully not. I don't want to be doing that where it's like, oh, thank you for throwing $5 at me, and then I never play it, ever, because I have too many things. Yes, that's the thing. I don't want to be in that. I mean, it's not like I'm buying these games myself. I'm being gifted them, so it feels a bit different to say, just buying them myself. I know I've done that with games on Steam. I have games on Steam I've bought and I never touched. But it's a bit different when you're gifted the games, because then someone spent their money, and it's like, well... You know, play it in 10 years. I don't know, you do. Alright, well. I need to look at my wish list anyway, because I probably do have too many wish list games on there. I need to actually think about that in terms of time management going forward. So that's giving me something else to do to have a look at. Analyze my wish list. So I'm going to make that as a quick note on my notes. Just Steam wish list for time management purposes. That's probably really handy. Okay. So, getting back to the E3 thing. as you can see, tomorrow there's actually going to be a Sony State of Play. Now, I wouldn't normally watch that, but Sony made a deal with Steam recently. So there's only one thing that I'd want to see from that announcement, and that is Bloodborne PC. And if that's the case, then Bloodborne PC will be in my list of things to play as soon as possible list. But other than that, I guess they might announce some other stuff. I don't know. Whatever Sony does. But that'll be something I might watch tomorrow, actually, which would be cool. 11 o'clock. Perfect. If I fucking bust out of poker quick enough, I can get back in time for that. Would be nice. And then there's the Summer Game Fest on next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Not really bothered about that. There's a Netflix Geek Week games. Maybe they'll announce the Stranger Things game. Just bought that Space Explorer. Did I even take a look at the game that you gifted me, Pineapple? I did not, did I? I didn't actually bloody look at it. I just fucking added it to the list. I didn't even take a peek. That's probably rude of me. I'm sorry. Let me just, well, let's go what games I've actually. No, not future projects. Oh no, you're seeing a list of games I have. Oh no. Well, these are all games I've beaten, to be fair. Strafe. The fuck? Wait. Did I play this one? That's fucking weird. I must have played this at some point. It's on my beaten list. But I don't recall playing this one. This is fucking weird. Maybe I did play and just forgot about it or something. That is so strange. I swear to God, I do. If I've played this game, I don't remember it. I mean, maybe I have. I just completely. Oh, hang on. Maybe I have played this actually, but dear God, did I forget about it? Oh no, it says I've played 8.6 hours. So. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I have played this, but I don't remember it. There's a very faint flashback coming back. Yeah, I think I have played this one. It didn't take me very long, and I wasn't that impressed, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I've played the Bioshock series, yeah. I've played 1 and 2 were great. Infinite was average. Oh, yeah, it was that weird game with the robots and the management and shit. It was really short and easy-ish, and because I have. Alright, well, never mind. Moving back to this. Need to look at what this one is. Necess. Maybe get a full screen on this one. Ooh, it's. Okay. Oh, it's one of these type of games. Oh, it's one of these types of games. Oh, it looks like it's co-op too. Well, yeah, I guess you could say it's Terraria-like, but it's like. Well, okay, I guess actually you could say it is probably exactly like a Terraria, but not in the 2D perspective. Oh my God, look at that giant spider! Gives me slight Realm of the Mad God vibes. That was a strange little game. Alright, cool. That's an interesting one. 3D, but not 3D Minecraft. Yeah. Okay, I might check that out at some point, Pineapple. You can sort by reason by clicking the clock icon. Thanks, Sweet, for having it on his wish list. Alright, so Netflix Geek Week on Friday, June 10th. Maybe they'll announce something about the Stranger Things license. The only thing I would really care about from that is whether or not they bring back the license to DVD and bring back the Hawkins map. Otherwise, I don't care. They'll probably be talking a lot about Stranger Things anyway, because season 4 is coming out, isn't it? I think. Then there's some Tribeca games. I don't know who they are. Doing a spotlight on the same day. Then the main one is obviously that's the main weekend. Ooh, the E3 weekend. Cool. Guerrilla Collective. So yeah, a bunch of indie stuff. The Wholesome Games Direct, which is a really nice idea. Apparently, your own mum started watching Stranger Things. Yeah, that seems like something I might want to watch, but it's one of those things where it's like, you should watch this, and it's like, okay, well, all I need is the free time to watch an entire TV series, and I struggle with that as is. But yeah, the most I'm probably gonna get from Stranger Things is playing Demi Gorgon or Steve and Nancy in a DVD, and that's it. Future Games Show, I think, is the main thing that Jeff Keighley hosts, so that'll be the big main sort of one where he announces a bunch of shit and does his interviews. And then there's the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase on the Sunday. That'll be fun. Wonder what they'll announce there. Maybe the new Elder Scrolls, maybe Starfield, maybe they'll flog Todd Howard on stage finally. And then the one that I'll give a shit about, the PC Gaming Show, and this is the main one for me, is this. Because if they're going to announce all these early access games, these old FPSs, this is where they'll announce them. I'm sure New Blood will have plenty to show off. There'll be some others, and 3D Realms will have some stuff too. So this will be the main one for me, the PC Gaming Show. They might even have some more demos. If they have some more cool game demos, I might play those. So, you know, it's how I discovered In Sound Mind a few years back, and a couple of other games last year. So it'll be good for a few demos at least to be announced. Yeah, you said that. First season watchable, really good. Season 2 really watchable, and you're not expecting much from season 4. So a PC gaming show could be pretty pivotal. It's usually the thing that's been the best highlight of the last few E3s for me. So who knows? Proteus gets announced, Wrath gets announced, Maximum Action gets announced, Greenwood gets announced, a bunch of other games finally come out of early access finally and can play them. That would be really cool. You know, that'll be the one that I'm hyped for. You know, sort of all the rest of this stuff. I'm going to be watching the PC gaming show. I might even do a stream of it that night. I might just watch it that night. Maybe do a streamcast of it. Yeah, maybe Sin Reloaded. I mean, it's the kind of thing they'll announce. You know, that's where they'll announce that stuff. And of course, there will be some Hellforge Studios announcements, probably. Maybe Hellforge Studios will get a nod. We'll get to see some of the... I have to remember that, of course, Hellforge Studios is a thing. And there's going to be some... They've got games in the works. Mechadon thing. Forget name. Help. Mechadon project thing, cool thing, and I played a demo of, and I just forgot its name off the top of my head. It was a one-letter name, and there were some others as well which I've played demo-wise, and I can't bloody remember any of these games. Prime, no, it was something to... Supplies, that's it. Yeah, Supplies, maybe that'll get announced. You know, that's something. The GZ Doom engine is now a viable indie market, so... got those games to look forward to too. So I might actually... I don't know if any of you would be interested in me streaming the PC gaming show. I did it 2 years ago. And that's where we played the In Sound Mind demo straight after. So I might stream that. You know, it's 8:30, it'll be a good time. And I'll be hyped for the announcements, of course. Would any of you be interested in seeing that? A PC gaming show live stream that night? Could be a good one to do. It's the only one I would bother with. You know, it's a good time and there could be all kinds of crazy shit announced. Maybe. I think I will. I think I will do a stream that night. Unless something else happens, I think I'll do that on that night. I will do a stream on that time. Sorry, just adding an extra note to my list. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's particular. I think Nintendo have done their own thing. You can see here a list of the other developers involved. Bunch of them. Nice eyes. It's showing a preview of what to expect from each one. So, yeah, Geek Week is going to have a bunch of stuff. Right, not talking at all about that. Oh yeah, there was the System Shock remake, wasn't there? I'm not really bothered about that. I've played System Shock. I'm happy not to bother with a remake. Can't say anyone else I saw on that page for the PC Game Show was particularly interesting to me. Call me if and when he announced Elden Ring DC or the Bloodborne PC port. Well, the Bloodborne PC port would probably be announced in the Sony show, which is what I'll probably watch tomorrow if I get a chance, just to see if they announce the bloody thing. And I'll tell you what, if they do announce Bloodborne on the PC, I'm buying it. I'm going to get that game and play it as fast as I can. As I imagine many people will. That's the only Souls game I'd actually like to play, because the story of the lore of that game is amazingly good. Doesn't guarantee I'd be any good at it, but it doesn't matter. The lore looks so cool. But yeah, System Shock remake's a thing. That'd be cool. I'm not really bothered about that. Wholesome Games Direct. Look at those wholesome people. They're all smiling and happy and looking cute. I think that was a thing last year. It's kind of a nice alternative idea, you know, if people just want to play the light-hearted games. We play it. Yeah, I'll have to see. I mean, if other games come out, obviously I might not play it straight away, but I definitely would pick it up, because I've wanted to play Bloodborne for years, so, you know. And then the Future Games Show, which is Future Games, sort of teasers and shit, and then Xbox and stuff. Red Sea of Thieves still exists for some fucking reason. Weird. And then they might announce Elder Scrolls 6. Nope, not seeing any of that. Halo Infinite is rumored to be getting a Battle Royale mode. Wow. Halo Infinite with a Battle Royale mode. Fucking pathetic. How the fuck does Halo go from being your marquee franchise to just being... Pfft? I believe Halo Infinite is meant to be okay, but I don't think it's had the impact they were hoping for after years of build-up. And then the big one, PC gaming show. Oh, good. They're going to have Day 9 again. Excellent. Mod Project Half-Life Alyx Levitation. Another Half-Life game with a mod. Mod Project. Good old Valve, eh? Maybe it won't be as shitty as Hunt Down the Freeman, eh? And more stuff. Oh, and of course they... EA are skipping summer. Good. No one fucking cares about EA. Ubisoft, don't give a shit. Nintendo, I don't own a Switch, so I don't care. But I know that Fuzz and a few others do. I know people will have that. Alright, cool. So that seems to be the thing for E3. So hopefully something gets announced this month. And then my plans may change. And if they do change, I'll let you all know. So get hyped for games. Hopefully being announced. Right. Let's cut back to me. You ready for a jump scare? Boo. Full screen. Suitepee. Terrifying. So, yeah. Moving on to the next point. Oh, God. There's already 2 people who have done it. Damn, I got some stuff to do tomorrow, man. I'm going to do it tonight, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'll watch the things. That's cool. Also, did you play Prey from 2017? No. I've played the original Prey. I haven't played Prey the remake thing. So yeah. I wasn't really that interested in the remake of Prey, to be honest. It didn't capture my attention at all. It was going to be okay, but I played the original Prey, and the original Prey was great. Loved it. Unfortunately, I think it has a DMCA vitus, so I won't be able to play it on here. But I have played Prey. Hang on. Did I not play Prey on this channel? I'm sure I played Prey on this channel a couple of years ago, in fact. Oh no, sorry, not a remake. The what do you call it? A game in name only. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to Doom stuff. I'm running the Iron Man League for this month. Yeah, I'm running the Iron Man League. Woo! And I have chosen this WOD by Yugi Boy 85. Man on the Moon. And 2 people have already done runs, which is great. That's something to watch. But yeah, I did say I would do at least 1 month of Iron Man this year, and here it is. It's June, and I'm doing it. I chose this one because it's a single map, and while I could have chosen the prequel, Traveling to the Moon, I thought I'd pick this one instead because I think it's a tad better. But not by much, because both are pretty good WODs, but I think this one's a little better. And because they did a Mega one in the previous month, I didn't want to do both at the same time because they're both kind of long if you do well in them. So I chose one, and I thought I'd choose this one. So yeah, this will be a good Iron Man. Please play it, and please totally do a video or a PR Boom demo or whatever, and I'll be watching them all, and I'll be doing the obituaries, and I'll be keeping an eye on it for the month of June. This is going to keep me busy this month. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the runs, and I'll be doing my own run, of course, in due course. I might not do the run straight away this time like I usually do with these. I might try and focus more on playing Nightmare Reaper for a bit, actually, and come back to this later. Like I could do this like on the weekend, but I'm gonna leave it this time. I'm gonna do it a bit later on in the month. The Iron Eagle hasn't come out yet, so I'm still waiting for that anyway. But I might do this. I'm going to do this later in the month. I'm going to go back to Nightmare Reaper after that, so that's all cool. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good pick because I've played this before. It's a good WOD. It's a single map. It's fun. It's challenging, but reasonably so. It's well made. It's a CAC Award runner-up in 2018. This is the 2021 sort of readjustment version, so make sure you get that version in the thread and don't get an early version. But yeah, I think it's a good pick. I hope people enjoy it. I mean, Firebox may have been a selfish indulgence on my part, but I think this is a genuinely good pick, and I think people will enjoy it. And please take part. You know, I'm gonna be spamming this a lot. I really want as many people as possible to do a run so I can comment and really, you know, spread the love of Doom in the Iron Man League. So yeah, please play it. All of you in chat right now, World Misfit and Pineapple and Aeljand and Napesam and whoever else is lurking, play this thing. It's good. And play it anyway. If you haven't played this before, please play this and Traveling to the Moon. They are both excellent single maps by Yugi Boy. They are definitely worth playing. It's good shit. That's all I can really say on that, you know, obviously, because, you know, I'm running it. I want people to take part. Please take part. Well, fine. Play the map. Yugi Boy, but it's a good map. You'll enjoy it. You might get some inspiration for your mod. You will see me play them both anyway, so... yeah, play it. Play it! Okay, that's all I really have to say about that. I guess this is the trailer, is it? I want the official trailer. Bloody hell. Why don't they have it on the fucking channel? Hold on. Maybe I'll just check if they got... I'm sure they have a channel. They have a bloody channel, don't they? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Channels. Give me a sec. I'm looking for something here. Here we go. Yeah, I want the official trailer sort of thing, not the bloody sidetrack or whatever. So, the only other point that I have left to discuss about is, as you can probably suspect, will be related to Dead by Daylight. Which is becoming the other thing I mean, at this point, I might as well join the forum and just become a community member as well, which is something I am thinking of doing as well. But, yeah, in terms of DBD stuff, there is a new expansion coming out on June the 7th. So this is the new expansion trailer that they announced. So yeah, that is the new trailer for the new expansion coming out June the 7th, called Roots of Dread, with a new killer and a new survivor. And from what I've seen of the new killer, the Dredge is basically going to be fucking amazing. From what I've seen, I haven't played as the Dredge yet. I have seen plenty of footage of them from other people doing videos of the PDB, the beta test, the public test build version. The Dredge is basically going to be like a body horror type killer who jumps around lockers and teleports between lockers and has some interesting perks. Basically, the Dredge is going to be Sadako, but he's not going to suck hard. He has a lot of interesting potential. He can jump around lockers all over the map. Lockers cannot be shut off, unlike TVs. They can be locked, but they can't be shut off entirely. And also, he can do a cool little anti-loop trick where he sets down a remnant on a loop. And if you teleport back to the remnant, you can break a loop. And also, they have Nightfall, which is an interesting thing that gives them like a superpower. Powers up their abilities and makes them a bit stronger and gives them some extra benefits. It's a really interesting killer. It's well animated. It's got an animation like Sadako at the beginning of the match. They're like a sort of spectral, haunted thing, a bit like Nito from Dark Souls, I guess. And they're interesting. They look like a fun killer to play as. So I'm excited to play as the Dredge. The new Survivor has stuff too, but it's Survivor skin. Not really that exciting. However, there is one interesting thing that the Survivor perk Hadikur will bring to the table, and that is a perk that will allow you to blind killers. Apparently, if you blind a killer with a certain perk equipped, they will be blinded for about 30 seconds. So that's an interesting addition. Being able to actually implement a negative status effect on the killer for a long period of time. That's previously not a thing that happens in Dead by Daylight. So who's gonna laugh when Sweet Rage quits when the next expansion is the Doom expansion and gives us the classic Revenant as the killer? Oh, if we add the Revenant to the game, I'm gonna uninstall Dead by Daylight and never touch it again. That'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back. They'll go like, nope, get it out of here. Going in the garbage. I'm not dealing with Revenant killers in my fucking DBD. That's it. Uninstalled. I don't care if it's 1,000 hours at that point. I'm throwing it in the trash. And I'm going back to playing Doom all the time. Oh, God. Yeah, and she's bringing some other stuff too. There's going to be some other changes. The killer has a perk where if you injure someone, if they go over a pallet in the next 20 seconds, they break the pallet, which is nice. And a big interesting thing about this one is they're adding a new common perk to the killer's arsenal called Shattered Hope. And what Shattered Hope does is going to be very, very game-changing, I think. Very much so. Shattered Hope is going to allow the killer to destroy boon totems. Not snuff out, destroy. Entirely destroy them. No more will killers have to go snuff them out and then they rekindle it over and over again. Now it's going to be like, fuck you, I smash your stupid totem, you can't build anymore. But if I have Petimento, I can fucking kindle it and make my own little hex. Ah, suckers. It's going to be interesting. It's going to allow for some Petimento plays. It's going to also mean that Boon is... People say that in the community don't want to use boons. Oh, well, they will use boons. I still think the boons will be useful. It just means that the survivors are going to have to be careful where they place them, I suppose. But it's an interesting... Yeah, I think the thing is, though, is that it's a balance. Because it's a perk you have to pick, right? I mean, sometimes boons don't really do a lot. You know, in some games you can ignore boons altogether. Sometimes. But some you can't. And it's a nice balance, you know. You've got to bring a perk to use the boon. The killer has to bring a perk to disable the boons. And if you have no ed or something else, then... Yeah, I mean, my experience is boons can be really annoying, but they're not always game-changing, and they have been nerfed. Even so, I found it a bit stupid that survivors can constantly remake them easily, and killers can't do a damn thing other than take them out in a second, and then they're back. So, I think it's a nice option. It'll definitely change up the game a bit. I think survivors will have to start placing their boons in smart places, away from obvious sight, because you won't be able to just like... You know, you won't have that reassurance anymore that your circle of healing can be rekindled if it goes out. You know, you have to be smart about where you place them. So it might encourage some different strategies. I think it's an interesting change. Also in solo queue, people don't abuse boons. Maybe. I've seen people use it. I see what you mean. I've not seen any of the stuff like exponential spam or stuff like that. But, yeah. It's a thing. It's been nerfed, so it's not been as effective as it was, but still, you know, it's an interesting change, and I'll be curious to. I'm certainly curious to run it on a couple of killers when the patch goes out. I have to acquire it on some. It might end up being on the dredge because I'm currently leveling 50 a lot of characters, but. Sorry, I should really go over what the new killers do instead of just showing you this. Give me a sec. Let me just see if I can find some details for you instead of just showing you a flat thing. I think the details for the dredge are available right now. Just give me a sec. Ah, yeah, here we go. So these are the dredge's new powers that are coming out. You got Dissolution. So, after you injure, 3 seconds after you injure a survivor, Dissolution will activate for up to 20 seconds, where any pallet that they jump over will be immediately destroyed. So, if they do that thing where they drop a pallet and then camp over it and then leap over the pallet again, pallet gone. You don't have to touch it, which is nice. I'm not sure if that will be massively useful, but I could see that being excellent on some killers. That will definitely be something I'd like to try. And it will definitely keep survivors guessing a little bit as to whether they'll be safe to go over the pallet they just dropped. Today you get Elephant Clown skin in discount. Yeah, they've got a community event at the moment where the They've got double XP, double rift gains, and a bunch of skin things. I don't really care about that. And login bonuses, including iridescent charge, which is nice. I got 500 for logging in. So this is an interesting perk, Dissolution. Darkness Revealed, which apparently is going to be insane on Huntress and Trickster, where you search a locker, the auras of all survivors within 8 meters of a locker are revealed for 5 seconds, with a 30-second cooldown. So basically, if I'm a Huntress and I reloaded a locker, and I have this perk, I'll be able to see every survivor within an 8-meter radius of a locker. And on some maps, that apparently is ridiculously good. On other maps, it's not as effective. I mean, lockers are usually kind of near a lot of things, but some maps have more than others. So that's an interesting one. I'd like to definitely run that on maybe Huntress, Trickster, others that search lockers. That'd be interesting to try that out. And the third one is Septic Touch, which whenever a survivor performs a healing action inside the terror radius, they suffer from blindness and exhaustion for 8 seconds after the healing interaction is interrupted. So that's an interesting one. If you heal within a terror radius, you can't do your exhaustion perks for 8 seconds. That could be interesting. I'm not sure if it will be very effective since a lot of people like to heal away, but it's an interesting little perk, I think. I'm not sure which of any of these will become like a perk you see a shitload of. I mean, I would have thought of the 3 perks that Sadako had that Merciless Storm would be the least used, but it's the one I use the most to throw people off a bit. So who knows if one of these becomes a thing, but I'm gonna teach them immediately as soon as possible. And then the perks that Hattie Kerr brings, who's a Canadian-Indian journalist. I don't want to read all the lore. She brings her perks of Inner Focus, which she can see the scratch marks of other survivors within 32 meters. And whenever another survivor loses a health state within 32 meters of you, you can see the killer for 5 seconds. So that's interesting. It's kind of like Bond Plus. Well, you don't actually see the thing, but that's a kind of an interesting one. Being able to see the killer's aura if someone was to stay within 32 meters of you. That could be useful in some situations. Possibly. Imagine combining that with Bond. Being able to see the killer's aura for 5 seconds. 32 meters as well. Within 32 meters, that's actually a fair distance. So that could be interesting to see. I don't know if it will be used a lot, mind, but, you know, it's an interesting one. Then you got Residue Manifest, which is the one I mentioned. After a successful killer blind, the killer becomes blind for up to 30 seconds at max rank. And apparently it also allows you to rummage through a chest and gives you a basic flashlight. So yeah, you can blind the killer for 30 seconds, which means they can't see hooks. They can't see generators either. It could be useful in some spots, I suppose, but I think it's going to be the same thing that, like, you know, blindness can be sometimes annoying, but it's not like a massively scary debuff as a survivor. I mean, sure, it can be a pain for, like, knockout, where the few kills time of class knockout. It's a bit annoying not to always see where they're downed, but other than that, you know, not being able to see hooks or other auras isn't always the worst thing in the world. Possibly only useful for, like, denying vision of people on hook at times, but it's not the end of the world. Still, it could be irritating, it could be useful in some situations. But I think this will end up being a meme perk and not like a serious one. I can't see suddenly everyone deciding to try it out and then be like, oh, I can blind the killer for 30 seconds. The only thing it will affect for the killer is what? Generator locations, which, again, anyone who's played long enough will know where they are anyway. Or hook locations, which, again, anyone playing long enough will also know where they are. You know, it's like boil over, but But hey, how you doing, Kinikos? By the way, Kinikos, I've been gifted Madlight and Czar by Lord Misfit earlier, so I believe you're a fan of those games. It's not a great... It can have its uses, but I've very rarely been that bothered about being blind. I mean, the third seal is a hex I've run a few times, and it could do minor things, but it's not as devastating as Oblivious. Oblivious is far more devastating because not being able to hear the terror radius of the killer is way more devastating than not being able to see their aura or not being able to see the aura of a kindred or whatever. Plays on hard if you like Slaughter. Well, if I do play him, it'll be a long time coming, Kinikos, but I do have him in my library now thanks to Lord Misfit's generosity. And the third... So I think people will try out Manifest, but I don't think it's going to be all that useful. That being said, there's probably some meme builds that will probably run that. I think you never know, it might help in occasionally, but I don't see it being a game changer. Maybe Inner Focus will do something, but I don't know. And the final one is Overzealous, which is after cleansing a totem, increases your repair speed by up to 6%, but it deactivates when you lose a health state. Huh. That's an interesting one. Cleanse a totem, gain a 6% repair speed increase until you lose a health state. I could see that being absolutely used never. It's a flat 6%. That's not really a big enough difference, I think. I think this is going to be a very bad perk. You know, you gotta cleanse a tome to do it, and then you gain what? 6% repair speed. Just repair speed. Be compared with resilience or spine. Yeah, okay. So you have to combine it with another perk to make some use of it. The kicker is it deactivates when you lose a health state. So what are you gonna do? Run spine chill? And that's the thing, by the way. It's when you lose a health state. That's the kicker to it. If it maybe if it deactivated if you were downed, maybe. But it's a flat 6%. And this is the thing I remember some of the other content creators talking about. It's like a lot of perks are percentage-based boring shit. You know, nothing that really changes the game. Like, you got interesting things here. Being able to see an aura for a few seconds within a 32-meter radius. That's an interesting one with the scratch marks. Being able to blind the killer. That changes things a little bit, although I don't know how effective that will be. Maybe that means in the future there'll be a survivor that can make the killer oblivious. Maybe they'll be using this as a test run. You know, maybe there'll be next time someone can stomp the ground and the killer can't hear a killer can't hear survivors. Now that'd be interesting, actually. Imagine if there was a survivor that could make the killer oblivious for 30 seconds by ringing a bell or something. And then you can't hear them. So everyone gets a free iron will for half a minute. Or something like that. But nah, I think this is just something that will just be rarely used. As I said, it'll have to be combined, and then you gotta, you know, don't see it being that great. And then I think I'll just see if we can talk about Shared Hope, which I'm pretty sure is a general one somewhere. See if I can find it. I'm sure it's... Oh wow, we had someone use ones. No, that's not it. No. It's not a bloody search option I can just look at. Crumbs and biscuits. No, I want to bloody find Shattered Hope, god damn it. Oh, here we go. Shattered Hope, it's called. Here we are. Shared Hope. This is it. Yeah, a general perk, by the way, not as specifically locked into the dredge. This is a globally accessible perk. So, yeah, instead of snuffing totems, you destroy them. But even better, destroying a boon totem this way reveals the auras of all survivors that were within its range at that moment for 8 seconds. Doesn't really say the actual radius of that, though, does it? But still, the fact you can destroy totems is great. That will really change things a bit. And it's a general one, so it's not like you have to play as the dredge to unlock it. You just get it in your blood web and hope for the best. So that was really cool. And it does stack with Pedimento. So you might see a lot more people doing Shared Hope and Pedimento. You know, destroy a boon totem, pop your own. Could be interesting. We'll have to see. So yeah, that's where I'm at in terms of DVD stuff at the moment. I'll just very quickly hop into the game. Oh wow. You find out if you're playing the games have a failsafe you picked up every single ammo pre-placed. Oh god. You may have to advise me on that kind of stuff. Way down the line, possibly. So yeah, I am looking forward to the update coming out next Tuesday. And as you might expect, on that Tuesday night, I will be playing Dead by Daylight to play the new killer. And I haven't decided if I'm going to buy the DLC or whether I'm going to just acquire it with the iridescent shards, because unlike the previous DLC, Psycho Rising, which was really cool, until Psycho sucked 2 weeks later, this is an original creation, so I do not have to spend any money necessarily to acquire the killers. I just need 18,000 iridescent shards to get them. So, at the moment, there's also a double XP event going on, so it means I can get through these levels in like 4 games average. 4 games gets me a level up. And sometimes less if it's a daily. So I get like 1,000 XP a game now. Just over 1,000. Hello, clown. Wobble, wobble, wobble. So, yeah, if I can get 18,000 iridescent shards by June 7th, I'd be able to just acquire the survivor and the killer. To be honest, I'm more interested in the killer. The survivor I'm not really bothered about. There's another survivor I want to get anyway, but I might get her as well. I might play as both for fun. Or I might just buy the DLC and just have them available and use these points for something else. You know, I still need to get Yun Jun Lee on the survivors for my archives, and I still need to unlock the twins for the other archive. So that's where I'm at in terms of that. I'm trying to get to 18,000 iridescent shards by next Tuesday. Rift is ongoing. I'm currently this way through the 4th level of the 4th tome. Made a bit of progress. Still got a lot to do. So, yep, still a long way to go in the archives, but I'm very slowly making my way there. This is an interesting challenge to do. How's my clown game? I played a clown game earlier, and I kind of see how clown can sometimes be easily avoided, but I still think they're annoying to play against. I got a 4K. In fact, I played 3 killer games this afternoon, and I 4K'd all of them against survivors who made some really weird choices, and 2 of them where they hung out in the basement too much. I got a 4K as a pig, I got a 4K as a clown, and a 4K as a legion. And in the legion game, they played the best, but I still beat them all. I actually really like playing as legion now. Legion is fun. The best part is getting that 5th stab. That is a really fun addition to the legion, and I think it really makes it fun. You know, chase around, stab, 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 stab. Look for the 5th. Get them down. It's real fun. I enjoy doing that. I actually am starting to like the Legion a lot more now. I don't think they're quite mainstays, but I do like them. They are an interesting killer now. They've done a good job with that rework. I haven't played the clown much. I kind of see how you mean he's kind of a weak killer. Aside from the fact he can slow people down, you know, that's really it. If you can counter that well, he doesn't offer too much. But I still say his attack is pretty darn annoying to deal with on the survivor side. But I do see its weaknesses a bit. A little bit, at least. Oh, sorry, you can't actually see my, oh, sorry, my rank there. I'll just pop out there so you can see my stats a bit more. So the other thing I'm really doing at the moment with the blood points, when I get closer to June the 7th, I will start acquiring 1,000,000 blood points ready, so that when it arrives, I can get the Dredge's perks immediately. But otherwise, I've been spending my blood points on leveling up killers to 50, getting them ready for consideration for prestige, but also unlocking more of the perks. Now I have more options for all of them. I've got a good chunk of them to 50. I just need to get Artist, Blight, Oni, which I refuse to play the Oni again, Demigorgon, Clown, Nurse, and Hag. And what I'm slowly going to start getting ready for is doing Adept challenges. Because there are achievements for each killer where you have to kill everyone in a match using only the 3 perks and nothing else. So what I want to be doing is like getting all the perks to highest rank. So for example, in Sadako's case, it'll be Merciless Storm, Call of Brine, and the Floods, and use nothing else. So this would be like her set up for she's set up for an adept run. She would have to kill all the survivors. You have to achieve what is called the Merciless Killer achievement, which is basically a 4K. Only using the 4 perks and nothing else. 3 perks. I don't think you're supposed to use add-ons or anything. You literally just win the game with just the 3 perks or something. You're not gonna do the jump scare, Sadako? Okay, cool. Come on, do a jump scare for old time's sake. Go on, you know you want to do it. I'm so small and weak. The Dredge is going to replace me in every conceivable way, but I'm still the scary little girl. Alright then, whatever. I just find it amusing. You don't want to die, right to ring. So it's my intention, once I've got all the killers to 50, once I've got all the perks ready, hopefully at max rank, I'm going to do adept challenges. I'm going to literally just go through all the killers, one by one by one by one, and I'm just going to do every adept challenge until I complete them all. So that's going to be something I might do on stream, I think. I might save that for on stream as like a little ongoing challenge, starting with the Trapper and going right down to the more recent killer. Of course, I'm going to save that for a bit because I'll wait until I get the twins as well. Then I have every killer accessible until all the killers have the level 3 perks and everything, so I have the best chance. Although I might not wait always. I just go with what we have. So that's something I'm going to be doing in stream. I think that'll be a streaming challenge specifically. I'll save that for like a stream where it's like a depth challenge. There's also one for survivors as well, where you have to survive with only using their 3 perks. Thanks for 25, Lord Misfit. But survivors, there's more. The thing is, I have more survivors to unlock than killers. I have practically all the killers except the twins unlocked. Whereas survivor-wise, I still need to unlock 7, soon to be 8. So I will do the same with survivors as well at some point once I get all them to 50 and stuff. You can see here I'm really not giving a shit about survivors compared to killers. I've only put 1 extra point on Quebec, for instance. You can clearly tell which side I favour. Killers get my attention more because they're more fun and diverse, obviously. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm trying to get to 18,000 shards or as close as possible. I'll make a decision as to whether I acquire the DLC buy it myself, or whether I just acquire the dredge and don't buy it. I don't know, but it's a new map as well. It's gonna be all good. Wow, was that a scream at the end there? Kind of was, wasn't it? Right, so that's where I'm at with DBD stuff. So June the 7th, next Tuesday, I will be streaming the new expansion. New map, new killer, new survivor, bunch of changes, gonna be fun. Otherwise, DBD will remain a side thing that I do. I know a lot of people don't care for the DBD stuff, but I enjoy the game, and I know a few of you do. Right, so that brings me to this part of the sweet state where I ask for audience questions. Magnum. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice push. So, if there's any questions you have for me, now is your chance to ask them. So, fire away. If you got any questions for me, now's your chance to ask them. If not, it's fine. I do have to head off to watch a football game quite soonish, so I'm not too bothered if there aren't too many, but I'm willing to answer any questions, obviously, if there's a flurry of them. Would you play Doom where the monsters range attack and strafe at the same time? I'm pretty sure I have played games where monsters have done that. I mean, Unreal did that to some extent, from what I remember. Some of those monsters. I probably would, yeah. I think that'd be an interesting enemy, dealing with something that can range attack and strafe at the same time. That would certainly be quite an irritating enemy to deal with, but I'm certainly sure I've played games like that before where enemies do precisely what you just described, King Goss. So yes. What are my thoughts on monkeypox? I don't have any thoughts on monkeypox. It's a very small outbreak that's hopefully not going to get any bigger. It's mild and only lasts a few weeks at worst. And it's very, very small, and that's it. I have no other thoughts on that. Don't really care. He probably means more GT Doom Monsters code to do that. Working name on identity. Well, great. That's the kind of shit I've been waiting. That's the kind of shit that I remember saying when I first played Brutal Doom several years ago. It's like, this is cool, different coding for enemies. That'd be nice to see, you know. And not all the enemies, but a few enemies that do a few smart, clever things that give them a bit of distinctness to make them interesting. You know, I think that would be interesting to see. They even sometimes jump when attacking to evade you more. I mean, depending on how much mobility and options you have, an enemy that can do that would be interesting. I mean, it was like when I played those aliens in Unreal. The fact they could strafe and dodge and navigate tiles was really interesting and forced you to play a bit differently. Frustrating as hell to deal with, but it was different and you had to adapt. It was an interesting enemy. They can also jump if you're above them. Also, you know, there's Mr. X's. You remember the Mr. X's from Scythe 2? They kind of did that. They strafed and moved real quick. They were meant to represent deathmatch players. And you had to deal with them in an interesting way by firing lots of rockets at them and praying for the best. So I have seen it in Doom already. You can also jump if you're above and try and get to your elevation. Those aren't decorate coded. No, but, you know, they were basically a super fast marine. So yeah, I definitely think that I would play Doom if that was the case. But it would depend how it was done, obviously. If it was done poorly, then it would suck, like any enemy really. But seeing enemies that move around and do extra things would be nice. It's interesting when enemies have mobility, can sometimes have the same mobility as the player in these kind of games. Oh, right, okay, like a doppelganger type thing. Cool. Nice, that's interesting. Good stuff, Lord Misfit. Good stuff. Okay, are there any other questions from anyone? At all? It basically is a doppelganger. Okay. I'm just gonna check something on since I have Steam booted up real quick. I'm gonna check something real quick. I'll just have a look here.
Your suffering will be legendary.
Stop that. Stop that. Updated demo level, pre-recorded, nice. Yep. Still no update on Project Warlock 2 demo, other than they say its planned release date is this month. So Project Warlock 2 might come out this month. And if Project Warlock 2 does come out this month, I might be playing Project Warlock 2 later this month after Nightmare Reaper gets finished. So there is that as a possibility. I don't stream strategy games. RTS games are not exactly my favourite, and I really struggle with them as Age of Empires and Command & Conquer have shown in the past, but I do occasionally dip my toe into it. Those being the last two RTS strategy games I've ever streamed on this channel. Age of Empires 2 was... I have mixed memories on Age of Empires 2. Oh yeah, and Orcs Must Die was good. That's another one I've played. I played the second one in co-op, which was nice. And I was considering doing the third game as Orcs Must Die 3 is already out. I just haven't bothered to pick it up yet, if I am going to at all. I've only been interested in streaming the campaign of Homeworld Emergence. Oh, the space shooting game? I have never played a game like that before. If you're talking about that kind of game, Kinikos, I have... Ooh, the only other time I've ever tried to play that type of strategy game was Warhammer... something... One of the Warhammer games, strategy games, Thingy of Dawn, and I absolutely just gave up as soon as the Tyranids got involved, and I struggled before that point. Me and RTS and strategy don't mix well, let's put it that way. I would have to play on a very easy difficulty, honestly. Probably... Oh yeah, I got Hook Cherry, sorry. Yeah, oh right, I'll hook fucking Cherry. Sheesh. Hello, Cherry. Ward's Misfits wants me to... Oh, you're still dusty from the other night when you did that weird thing at one point. When you fucking threw me off my Nightmare Reaper run. Okay, so Cherry, I did give you a hug because Ward Misfit wants to... Oh, you gave him a question. You sent them a question. What was the question? How does Cherry type with only their teeth? You have to remember that Cherry does not have a gender that is typically defined by human characteristics. Cherry is just demon. That's it. And they resent the name Cherry, so... But we're calling them that because that's what we associate them with. Yeah, it's easy mistake to remember. They are just a demon. Well, it's something like that. It's a demon thing, and I'm not. And to repeat it, it's like one of those demon things. You repeat it, and you die on the spot because you're speaking dynamic. But the question, okay, Cherry, I have a question for you. How do you type with only your teeth? You don't type with your teeth at all, you're saying. Oh, you use your horns to type? Okay, would you demonstrate that a little bit? Okay, give it a type, Cherry. Cherry, what are you doing? You're turning on Geoforce Experience. Fuck's sake, Cherry. Stop it. Oh, Cherry. Wow. That's just... And there you go. That's Cherry typing with the horns. What does that mean, Cherry? Does that mean anything? Cherry, do I really have to repeat that for the audience? Meh. Really? Meh. Meh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to repeat it. Jeez, a bit of a rude answer, I think, but sure. I think Cherry was asking, in response to that, they type with their horns. Cherry asks, how do you type with your bones? Which I will soon be incinerating from you. Yeah. I think it's similar. I think it's meant to be like a sarcastic thing or something. You know, like how do you type with boxing gloves on? That Strong Bad used to put up with. How do you type with your bones? I think Cherry might be coming around to. All right, Cherry, don't intimidate Ward Misfit, please. That's not very nice. Lightning balls, not fireballs. It still fries your fucking bones. Anyway, you've now seen Cherry type. So there you go. So now I need to give you a hug. And you need a wash. Meh! Alright, fine. Don't wash then. Just be a smelly cacodemon. Go back into your smelly closet with your smelly friends. Oh wait, you don't have these smelly friends in there. For now. Meh! Don't give me that middle finger with your horn. I saw that. Okay. So, are there any other, I have no intention of getting another plushie. So, are there any other questions at all? I need to start wrapping up, Edge. I need to switch Steam off. Oh yeah, by the way, Pineapple, happy Pride Month if you celebrate Pride Month. I believe it's Pride Month this month. I mean, then happy Pride Month to anyone else who celebrates it as well. I only know because Twitter's pointed out to me when I was making the post. It's like, oh, it's Pride Month, cool. So, Hideous Destructor playthrough when? Maybe someday I'll get around to playing that. I know a few people have been curious about me playing Hideous Destructor. Thank you for the 25 bits, Pineapple. Much appreciated. Very proud bits there. One of my favorite emotes is actually on Twitch that I sometimes use rarely is, where is it? It's just one I got randomly. I don't know why. It's like that one. It's like a little Kirby. I'm sure there'll be some more available this year. But yeah, I might play Hideous Destructor at some point, but it won't be anytime soon, to say the least. In terms of Doom stuff, I'm kind of already got a lot to do. But I am aware that Hideous Destructor is a thing that a few people have asked me to play, and I may get around to it at some point. Just don't expect it anytime soon. Let me see how my list goes first. I mean, hell, I'm still waiting for fucking TNT 2, the Doom World Maximum Project, and this newbie thing to all come out. So I'm flooded with content right now. And HDest will have to wait another dime. So yeah. Right, well, that is going to be it for this sweet state. Let me pop this off. So I won't be streaming now for the next I don't plan on doing so. I won't be streaming now for the next 2 days. Thursday due to poker and Friday due to the co-op gaming session. Closing in on being down to 50k points. Dang, you're running out of your money. Your virtual buddy. So what I'll be doing on the weekend when I'm back streaming again is I will be getting back to playing Nightmare Reaper for a bit. I'm going to be playing that for a while. Then on Tuesday, I'll be playing the new DVD DLC on its launch day, like I did with the last one. So I'll be playing that on Tuesday night. And then it'll just be back to Nightmare Reaper. And then a week on Sunday, it will be... I think I'm going to go ahead with the plan of streaming the PC Gamer Show stream to react to things and hopefully get some cool announcements. And then later in this month, I will do the Iron Man runs. At some point later this month, when I'm not busy handling the demos and stuff. And the obituaries would be nice. By the way, I'd like to ask for good advice for my mum on Friday. She's been anemic and they want her to get a transfusion on Friday morning, hoping it will go well and no complications occur otherwise. She's been okay otherwise, but... Well, I hope that your mum makes it through the transfusion. I hope she does well. Best of luck towards Fit's mum. I hope she pulls through. And good luck. So yeah, and if Nightmare Reaper gets done, hopefully Nightmare Reaper will get done at some point this month, and then I'll be able to play Lost Civilization, the next thing on my Doom WOD list. Unless something gets announced at the E3 this month or something releases, who knows. Plans may change, but the current plan will be Nightmare Reaper until it's done, and then Lost Civilization 1-2. So yeah, that's it. So that's going to be it. So I'm going to send you all on your merry way to... Oh, I can't see anyone. So go find whoever. Go find your own streams tonight. So thank you all for watching this sweet state, and I will see you on the weekend for more horse water. Zankov is streaming. Zankov? Okay. I guess we'll raid Zankov then. I don't know what they're doing, but it's a pineapple suggestion, and we will raid them. Alright, see you all on the weekend. Stay safe and have a good evening. Bye!